Hi everybody, hello Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your 2025 halftime reading. If you're new here, my name is Renee, and I really hope that these readings will resonate with you, that you will decide to join my community by subscribing, and please give the video a thumbs up. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What does Leo need to know? We're looking at reflecting on what we've been doing for 2025 and what we have ahead of us. So right now, Leo, we have the Libra card here, Justice Energy. This is about balance. Now, whenever this card shows up, I always remind people this can definitely be about legal systems. Watch your speed. Watch, like when you're in the vehicle, you don't want to get a traffic ticket. You don't want to have any run-ins with the law. Are some of you involved in a court case, maybe divorce proceedings? For some of you, I feel like that has been a very big theme for your 2025, and I hope that going forward, it lightens the load for you, that gets resolved. But this is also very much a card about karma and balance, and we get what we give, and I feel like that is the main message for Leo with this card, is just keeping in mind that what you put out is going to come back to you. Be mindful of how you deal with people, how you speak to people, and with what's going on in your life. Make sure that you're just operating on the up and up. Now, crossing my Leos, we have the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like something that was hidden is being revealed to you. I feel like whatever has been going on in 2025, in the past here, what has come out, you have learned lessons. You have learned truths about people. This is also possibly you being disconnected from your intuition. So have you been paying attention to the messages that you've been receiving? It's important, I feel like, going forward, that you really start honoring your intuition and listening to it, because that's going to be a guide for you for the rest of 2025. At your foundation, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Hard work pays off. Fine-tuning your craft pays off. This is you showing up for yourself every single day and doing your best. And I do feel like that is kind of the message here with the Justice card, of just what it always means when we show up for ourselves. But pay attention to your work. There could be maybe the goal right now for you is to earn more money throughout the rest of 2025. Be smart with your money and be smart with your career. Now, in your recent past, okay, we have the Three of Swords, the card of heartbreak and sadness. I feel like maybe, 2025 has been a rough year for everybody, and that this could absolutely be you working through trauma and sadness. And, this is in the past, and I'm hoping that going forward, keep putting the work in, Leo. This could be you working on your healing. This could be very much what your foundation is supposed to be for the rest of 2025, is resolving this heartache. We can't speed up the process, really. It's all about processing those feelings and working through them. But if we show up for ourselves every day and do the work, we are going to make progress, and that's the important thing. Now, your crowning energy, I feel like you all have really been stressed out. Could have a lot to do with this heartache that you've been dealing with here in the recent past. I call this the Up All Night card, the Nine of Swords, and it's anxiety, stress. What's stressing you out, Leo? Have you been, is it from a relationship or is it from your work? I do feel like that you have both of those things going on for you right now. And, I do feel like 2025 has been very hard for all of us. So this could just be you trying to get through the rest of the year with minimal amounts of stress. And I think that's a good goal for all of us. Now, how you've been feeling. The Empress in reverse, I feel like, is a card of disconnect. You've not, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not our thing. This is what is ahead of you in your near future, which, if you have the High Priestess and the Empress, both intuitive cards, female energy, the Divine Feminine, and they're reversed here. And I just feel like you are disconnected from your Divine Feminine, from that energy of receiving. I think maybe you've had a hard time connecting to your inner knowing And going forward, I hope that you can get this card up right. When this card shows up, I always remind people to pay attention to your self-care and to your health. I don't do health readings, but when she shows up reversed here, the Empress, I remind people that it might be time for you to schedule doctor appointments. If your body is trying to tell you something, it's time for you to listen, because this card and the High Priestess reversed tells me that you are ignoring something that is trying to come through for you, and it's really important. You know, health is wealth, and it's important right now for you to focus on that. Take care of yourself, even if it's just some self-care practices, like maybe starting a workout routine, or eating healthier, or maybe cutting out a bad habit or a bad substance that's not serving you well. This is you really, I feel like you've been disconnected from something that you're meant to be nurturing in your life. Could be your career and finances as well. But it's time for you to wake up, Leo, and start paying attention to things that are going to make your life better. I feel like the rest of 2025 can really be a whole different ballgame if you start tuning in and paying attention to that. Now, how you've been feeling, very sensitive, but I feel like you've been ignoring it. This is the Page of Cups, and this is also very much about our creativity and our sensitivities, and with it being in the cup suit, about our intuition. And I feel like you know that you have not been paying attention and listening to it, and this is your sign right now to start doing that. But just a lot of sensitivities. Maybe you have been feeling hypersensitive, Leo. Maybe you've a very good therapeutic thing for you to do would be to take up maybe some kind of art, if that's your hobby, if you like painting or sewing or even writing, something to get those creative juices flowing and also purge. I feel like that's going to make you feel better. Now, the people around you, the Page of Pentacles, okay, you've got 2 pages, so I really do feel like there is a new beginning coming through for you, starting in July. This reading is going to go up, I believe, on June 27th, but it's meant for July 1st through December 31st. So I really feel like the people around you, they are wanting you to feel more secure, more stable, and maybe they've just been noticing that, yeah, you have been trying to put the hard work in, but there is something disconnected here, and someone I feel like wants to reach out and help you with that. Now, your guides, what they're trying to tell you, we have the Star in reverse. This is Aquarius energy. Again, I feel like a disconnect between you and your spirit team. I feel like people have been trying, when I say people with this particular card in this position, I mean your team on the other side, your ancestors who have passed on, and your angels. I feel like they have been trying to reach you, trying to guide you in some sort of way, but you have really been distracted, possibly with your career and with work, and trying to, you know, make ends meet and put food on the table and do all the things that we have to do here in this earthly realm. But reconnect with your faith. It's really important for you going forward. It's going to provide the growth and the peace, I think, that you're searching for in your life. And your outcome card, we have the Fool in reverse. I feel like this is you being very cautious. For the rest of the year, I don't think it's going to be a great time for you to take risks. I think that you are searching for stability right now and craving that actually in your life. And I don't feel like it's going to be a time for you to necessarily think about throwing caution to the wind like the Fool normally does, ready to step off of that cliff. I feel like you're going to be happiest feeling safe and secure and working on the areas of your life that are going to provide that for you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. This is all about you cultivating this life and cultivating your dreams, manifesting. What have you been working on, Leo? Have you been trying to come up with, some self-care, some self-love? I want you to know that you can trust in your abilities. You have 2 pages here that I feel like are absolutely trying to get you motivated and help get you started on a new path and of believing in yourself. It's all about your self-confidence, Leo, which normally you are a pretty confident sign. But I feel like there might be a disconnect and a lack due to a past heartache. And it's time for you to move past that. Start the healing process. Start believing in yourself again and trusting in you in order to make the rest of the year really stand out and look good for you. Whoops. I'm going to get clarifiers, and the Knight of Cups jumped. And that is where this Justice card this was going to be the clarifier for the Justice card, the position of where you are currently at. And once again, I'm feeling like for some of you, there's some real relationship stress coming through. I don't know if you have wronged someone, Leo, or if someone has wronged you, but I do feel like what goes around comes around, and I do feel like there will be a time of repercussions. If not for you, hopefully it's not for you. Hopefully that you were a good partner and maybe somebody just did you wrong, because I am getting a message right here about karma coming back. So if somebody hurt you, Leo, just know you don't have to take matters into your own hands. The universe is going to make sure that everybody gets their due. And what you need to worry about is you. Just trusting in your ability to do the right thing, to make the right decisions, and know that you're going to be taken care of in the end when you do that. And don't worry about paying somebody back for any harm or any hurt that they have caused you, Leo. That's not your job. You know, God sees it all. Don't worry about taking revenge on somebody, because that will take care of itself. Now, what's crossing you with this High Priestess in reverse? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like this is you turning things around and starting to show yourself some more self-care and some more love, and prioritizing your heart and your needs. And I feel like this is going to propel you really to the place that you need to be if you can really pay attention to your intuition. We want the High Priestess. I like her to be upright in my readings, because I feel like we are in tune with our crown chakra, our third eye chakra, and our heart chakra when the High Priestess is upright. And I feel like going forward, that's going to be really, really important for you. The tide is going to turn. Like, you know, remember what I was saying to you about not worrying about getting revenge or making sure somebody gets theirs that's done you wrong. Don't worry, that's coming back. The Wheel of Fortune is what goes around comes around, and we were just discussing that when this card came out. So whoever did whatever to you, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. They're gonna be dealing with their own problems for the rest of 2025. We just want to focus on you getting to a better, happier space. Now, at your foundation with this 8 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands. This fire, this is your queen, the Queen of Wands. She's the fire queen, and you're a fire sign, and you're going to get your mojo back. You might have to work at it. You might have to remind yourself every single day to show up for you, to prioritize your health care, to prioritize your heart and your needs. But I do feel like that is going to help you throughout the rest of the year. It's okay for you to be a little selfish at this time, because you're in healing mode right now. And remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, Leo. If you're not feeling 100%, you're not going to be able to give to the people around you that are important to you. You're not going to be able to cultivate and nourish and take care of your needs and the needs of the people that you love. So it's okay for you to put yourself first right now. Now, in the recent past, we have that 3 of Swords, the heartache that you've been dealing with, and the sadness, the grief, if that's what you've been going through. Maybe some of you have lost someone through more than a breakup. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is clarifying the heartache card here. And when the Queen of Swords shows up, we are being called to use our headspace to correct where the heart is hurting. It might take you taking logical steps in order to start the healing process for yourself. Now, what can that mean? Maybe it's time for you to talk to a professional. Maybe you can, if you don't have a trusted friend that you can confide in and trust, I feel like it's time for you to start having conversations around your healing process. And I want you to know it's okay, Leo, to reach out to a therapist or some kind of a counselor, and start having these conversations, because that's going to help you purge the heartache. But it is time for you to start coming up with a plan and being very strategic about your healing and making sure that you're showing up for yourself there. Now, what's crowning you with all this stress with that Nine of Swords? What's really heavy on your mind and what is motivating you at this time? The clarifier is the King of Pentacles. I do feel like there could be some stress around your job, around however you're making money, or maybe starting a business. And I feel like that is where you need to prioritize yourself. Maybe I'm really getting a message that maybe you are to put love on the back burner right now and just focus on throwing yourself into your career and into your job, and using that as a therapeutic means for healing for whatever this heartache was back here. You know, that's okay to do that. I mean, I wouldn't want you to do it long term and forever, because at some point I want you to find love again, or nurture that relationship. But I feel like right now, career is very important to you. Money is very important to you. And taking care of those things is also going to just be a sort of therapy for you. Now, moving forward, we have the Empress coming in for your near future. Let's get a clarifier. Okay, we have the King of Cups. I do feel like if you can pay attention to these areas that we've been talking about, Leo, that is in and of itself is going to bring healing for you. You're going to become the master of your emotions with this King of Cups, and it's going to help you move forward and process this heartache that you've been dealing with. The heartache that is keeping you up all night and just stressing you out. It's a good sign to see this King of Cups on the table, because that is the card of really, look at the balance here. Let me put it like that. We have the King of Cups on one end, and then we have the Queen of Cups on the other. So head and heart, and there's balance there. In the middle, we have the Justice card, which I told you the very get-go. Balance is going to be very important for you. And I do feel like that is going to help you in the healing process. Just to remember that the extremes, going to one extreme or another, isn't going to be great for you in the next 6 months. I want you to find balance and peace for yourselves and really focus on that. If you have one word, and I'm going to write that down for the title for y'all's video, is balance is going to be very, very key. Let's write that before I forget. I tend to do that with these readings. Oh, there we go. Okay, for your feelings, and you are in your feels for sure with this Page of Cups, you are to honor those feelings, Leo, and pay attention to them. It's very, very important for you to take care of yourself for the next 6 months. I mean, it's always important, but especially I feel like in the next 6 months. Yes, we're at Cancer season right now. The Queen of Cups is Cancer energy, and she is the most nurturing of the queens. She's very empathetic, very psychic, and she's just that mama energy that when we know, whenever we are hurt, we can run to her and know that we're going to be comforted. She knows what we need intuitively, and this is you showing up for yourself and loving on yourself. Self-love is really, really going to be important for you for getting through the rest of this 6 months with nurturing whatever it is that's broke your heart. For your environment, you know, that Page of Pentacles, you're searching for stability, you're wanting stability and security. That career will always do that for you guys. You know, when you're bringing in the money, even if you're heartbroken, heartsick, if you've got money in the bank, it doesn't solve all your problems, but it sure does help. It's kind of that energy is what I'm getting here. Watch for opportunities for you guys to make more money. I do feel like there's going to be something coming in for you that is going to give you an increase. And I'm hearing abundance right now. I do feel like there are people cheering you on too and watching how you're going to maybe move away from this heartache. And I just got this message from you that I'm thinking that maybe somebody is waiting in the wings for you, Leo. They're waiting for you to process this pain that has come for you with the Three of Swords so that they can move in and possibly be a part of your life. And who knows if this is going to be a good partner or not. But I just do feel like that eyes are on you, watching you, and just waiting till you're in a better space to maybe come in and be a part of it for you. That's encouraging. Okay, the message from your guides, we have the Star in reverse. They feel disconnected from you. They want connection with you, and they want to help you through the next 6 months and through this healing process. Look what you got again, the 8 of Pentacles. You know, working on relationships and working the relationships with our angels and our guides are just as important as the angels with people here in the physical world. They want to help you work through this and process and bring opportunities to you. You know, you have this 2 of Wands talking about opportunity, and we also have, you know, and the 8 of Pentacles is showing up twice for you, Leo, and I do think it's time for you to put the work in for taking care of you and also involving your guides, ancestors, and angels in that process. Now, for a clarifier for your outcome card with that Fool in reverse, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So we're ending it on 2 major arcana cards. There are going to be important choices to be made right now, Leo. And I really want you to balance head and heart, logic and intuition in order for you to make the best choices for yourself. When the Gemini, you know, the Lovers, it can definitely speak about love, and I feel like that is your theme with heartache. I feel like there's some of you are really bouncing back from a very painful situation, but it's important for you to go forward making good choices. Don't necessarily let your heart lead when it comes to love. I want you to be in not in the risk-taking mode. I want you to be in logic mode and guarding yourself, guarding your heart, guarding your sanity so that you're not up all night in that energy anymore, and just making good logical choices. You have to take into account what your intuition and what your heart are telling you. But like I said, balance is going to be very important. You know, make sure that it makes sense logically and emotionally for you going forward. Okay, let's get a message on what your theme needs to be for the rest of 2025. Okay, Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. I do feel like this is talking about your healing and you moving forward. It's time for you to start moving away from the heartache, which I do feel like the main message here for you with balance is healing. Healing is going to restore balance into your life, and it's time for you to let go of whatever it is that has hurt you and that has, your underlying energy, your shadow, the shadow work that you are meant to do is building your self-confidence and believing in yourself again and in your skills. It's time for you to let go of the past in order to move forward with that. Move away from the heartache. Let go of the things that have been holding you back. If it's a bad habit, an addiction, something that has just been squashing you and squashing your energy. It's time to release it because it's no longer serving you. Let's see what's going on with that love life. These are the love cards. I do feel like that's what the biggest part of this is. This is your sign to restore balance and move away from the heartache and heal. Healing heart. Okay, definitely, guys, it's time for healing. It is absolutely time for you to take your healing serious. Healing heartbreak, toxicity, or addiction. We've been talking about both of that throughout this reading, or an abusive relationship. So absolutely, I'm not really seeing any cards here that are talking about abuse, but absolutely. With this heartache, that could absolutely what you have been dealing with. But you are definitely meant to start on your healing journey and leave the past behind. Move away from anybody who is hurting you, upsetting you, and who doesn't have your highest and greatest good at heart. Very important, Leo, for you to take this energy serious. Get rid of if you have not had the breakup yet, listen to your heart. about whether you think this relationship is going to go anywhere, and then think logically about it. If you're in an abusive relationship, very seldom does that ever turn around, Leo. And I speak from experience there. I have had my share of abusive relationships. Tigers don't change their stripes. It's very, very difficult for someone to conquer that, and it's not your job to be their punching bag or to be there and take that abuse. So please, please, if you're in an abusive relationship seeing this video, this is your sign to get out now. Let's pull a surrender card for you. This is something else that you are supposed to let go of. You are in the energy of releasing what no longer serves. I'm going to take that top card there because I was thinking that one was wanted to come out. Okay, surrender to wonder and awe. It's time for you to look around you and look at all the goodness and all the beauty in your life and let go of any toxicity, any abuse, any addiction, anything negative that's holding you down, Leo. We have open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. Practice an attitude of gratitude. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Okay, it's time for you to get back into the flow of things, okay? I feel like a lot of that with this Fool in reverse is you not taking risks and just letting life go day to day, learning something from the day-to-day life, but not necessarily forcing life. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you have this energy with the Wheel of Fortune, which is very much about flow as well, and not forcing things. Realizing that fate is going to take care of everything else. What you are to focus on is your healing journey and finding your peace. Let's get one more card for you guys. What a love note from the universe. Okay, you have direction. Okay. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Okay, this is you reaching out to the universe and your spirit team, asking for direction. Ask God for the right direction, the right way to go, the right thing to do. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. What was I just telling you about this video being your sign? I hear the promptings of my own body. The Empress in reverse. What was I telling you at the beginning? Listen to your body. This card is giving us so much confirmation over all of the messages, guys, and I hope you're taking notes. Save this video, please. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me, okay? This is the warning with that Fool card. Don't jump off the cliff. Look before you leap. And this is the confirmation that is what we're supposed to do. We're not in risk-taking mode. We are asking for direction. We're seeking balance with our head and heart, and that is going to give you the peace and the serenity and the direction that you need, Leo, going forward for 2025. Maybe that's what I will title your card or your reading, because direction is very important. And it's time for you to get in the driver's seat and take control of your healing and the direction that you're supposed to go. Okay, Leo, like I said, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you back here next week for another Leo reading. I also show up every morning and every evening for card pulls too, so please check those out in the shorts. I love you guys. Sending you joy, love, health, and wealth. Have a great next 6 months. Bye-bye.